Hello everyone, back again. This is Chet from the Fight Breakdown channel, and we're looking at some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu today. Again, full disclosure, as I said in the earlier video, I am a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, two-stripe blue belt. So I'm not claiming to be a black belt, anything, or coral belt, or anything of that nature. So just a big fan and practitioner of the sport as well as boxing, and so we're gonna look today at a match from 2009, IBJJF World Championship, the open weight class between Roger Gracie and Bernardo Faria. Now, for those of you who do not know, Bernardo Faria is one of the partners of BJJ Fanatics. But before him leaving the competitive world, he's a fantastic jiu-jitsu legend in his own right, winning multiple world titles in jiu-jitsu, and most notably, he is known for his half guard game. Um, if you're looking to play half guard, a deep half, he is definitely in the gi, and even in no gi, but definitely he is a guy that you would want to model your game on here. Of course, Roger Gracie is the nemesis of everyone, right? He is just considered the GOAT. I mean, you could put Gordon Ryan up there, guys like that, but definitely in the gi, you have to probably give it to Roger Gracie. Um, he's just one too much to really argue with that. Um, so in this match, what you're gonna see is a focus on one basic field technique. I'm gonna show you this part of this match, and I'm gonna show you what Faria was trying to do. Okay, so first we're gonna look at the video of what Faria wanted to do here. Okay. Okay, so here we can see right here, Faria is showing his entry into half guard. So basically, he's just again, and I'll show that one more time in slow motion. So basically, what here he's explaining is one of his instructionals, and he's just basically explaining, hey, like we want to get into our game, right? And that's the idea that he's saying when you start a match, you want to go straight to your comfortable position as soon as possible. So here he gives his way of entering into the half guard position. He doesn't want to play around and risk, ending up in an unfavorable position, and so he gives this entry uh, method as a way of getting into a deep half. All right, so I slowed that down. And this is important because then you'll understand what happened in the match versus Roger Gracie. So here's his entry. Okay. And now we're going to go to the match. So first I'm going to show it at full speed. Faria comes out very animated and hyped. As you can see him jumping around. He's just ready to go. And, so he goes for it. And if you pause it right there, you can see he does not quite get what he's looking for in his half guard entry. If you look at the feet closely, you can see Roger Gracie's feet, his foot right here, his left foot is blocking Faria's foot from getting the full half guard entry. So he never gets it. I think this is just a result of Faria running in quite excitedly, and this is a young Faria, as you can see with hair. Um, and we'll look at it again in slow motion because he literally just goes for broke against Roger, like and you can see. So he misses, he lands on his back, and kind of like almost looks foolish, and he does not get it, and almost gets put in this guillotine position at some point, and he's trying. You can see he's trying to get to to his entry placement. You can see the placement of Roger Gracie's feet. He's defending, and you can see the instep is keeping Faria from getting the half guard. So he never reaches his game. He never gets into his game. Period. Oh no! And then you got this guy, 6'4", 6'5". I don't know how tall Roger Gracie is. On top of you and in a bad position. And I still have it in slow motion. I'm gonna, fast forward it a little bit, but that's what I wanted to show you was the failed entry of Bernardo Faria. Again, you see the feet. Look how Roger Gracie's instep is keeping that foot from getting in, and Faria can never really get to his game. Very important part of jiu-jitsu, right? You have a guard, you have a position you want to get to. You got to get to it. And you can see Faria is trying. He's trying to modify things, but he ends up in mount. And the story of Roger Gracie in mount is a well-known story. And you can see right here, he has him in this mounted guillotine. And Faria does not tap to this. And just for technicality's sake, yes, at this point, Roger Gracie is in some type of half guard from Faria because technically his legs were wrapped around Roger Gracie's legs, but I don't even consider that as half guard. That position is so bad that he's in when you're just flat on your back and the person's cross facing and all of that. But if you want to be real technical, it's considered half guard since he does have the legs wrapped around. But again, Roger is not really even concerned about that. He's trying to finish this choke right here. So I'm going to pause it right there as Faria did not tap to this. We'll move forward. And now we move forward in the match. And as you can see, you have not really missed anything here. Roger Gracie maintains his mounted position, and at this point, he has implemented a cross collar choke, which he is famous for. You really can't see it well because of the angle, but this is where Faria taps, as you can see. Just brutal mount from Roger Gracie, and just making Faria really pay for early mistake in the match, which was just basically being looks like he was just too excited. He was too eager to get into the half guard, and he almost did like a foot sweep or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean he just like kind of threw himself at Roger Gracie, and he never recovered. He never recovered from that. You can see the disappointment from here. But this is 2009. Of course, Faria would come and win. He would have some disappointing losses, and he would have some fantastic wins. I mean, another match that I'll look at down the road is his match against Rodolfo Vieira Buchecha. But eventually, Faria's time would come. But here was not to be. But again, the point is, I just wanted to show you that that failed entry into the half guard, and it's it's a high price to pay when you do not get into where you're trying to get into. So make sure that when you do make these attempts to enter into your guard, make sure that you get there, because if you don't get there, you could be in a long have a long day at the office of suffering. So it's a brief video. I hope you enjoyed that quick breakdown. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Please support my channel in the link below, and hit the thumbs up so that the videos can be more visible in the YouTube algorithm. This is a new channel, so forgive any errors or mistakes that I might be making. I'm just a big fan and lover of the sport. And I've watched many of these matches more than once, and I just, love to share my enthusiasm for the fighting and combat sports, with those around the world. So with that said, get into your game or pay the price, all right? So anyway, I'll see you guys. I look forward to hearing your comments, and I'll see you guys soon on the next video.